Okay. So anyway, thank you guys for all being here tonight. I am Brenda Copy, if you guys don't know who I am, and I am the lucky person that is, well, here, I'll get my little captain hat. How about the captain of this organization? Yay! No, and I am so excited because we have some amazing leaders and some amazing consultants that have been sharing this business with everybody else. And I've met a lot of you guys already. I haven't met some of you, but really, I am so happy that you came tonight because once a month we have these virtual team meetings to help you. Really, your directors are taking their time. They do not get paid to do this. And thank you, Sarah and Jennifer, for really scheduling this tonight and really planning it. And so first of all, I just want to tell you that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, because I'm super excited you guys are taking success in your own hands. So way to go, give yourself a round of applause, right? Come on. Thank you, Sarah. Sarah's the only one I see clapping.
I clapped.
Oh, there's Jennifer. Well, see, it's hard to see because we have like 36 people on here. So I'm super excited. Woohoo! And so I want to introduce my loving friend here. And Cora, can you unmute yourself? I don't think I can unmute you.
I'm muted.
There, okay. Cora and her husband, Paul, I have to tell you this because I just want to tell you this really quickly. This lady right here and her husband mean a lot to myself and my family. And so when I tell you that Pampered Chef has changed my life, it has put very good people in my life. And Cora is actually one of them and her husband, who's not there right now, but I have so much family all over. And I just want to tell you that this is the kind of relationships you can have in this business, which was just unexpected. But now every year we go on trips together and it's just exciting. Well, Cora, my friend, really rocked the business this last year. And I'm going to let her, Cora, how long have you been with Pampered Chef now?
15 years.
So same time as me, 15 years. And I know that Cora really rocked out the park last year. Just so you guys know, Cora and I are on the same playing field. We started with cooking shows. So this whole virtual world was kind of like, what? What do you want us to do? We got to do what? And look at most of you guys on here probably do that. So we really know how to pretend. I'm just teasing. Anyway, I just want to tell you, Cora, though, really rocked out of the park last year with her sales. And she was on, I think, one of the top 20 in trip points for the elite trip for Disney, right, Cora? Or what were you?
Top 60.
Oh, sorry. Top 60, everybody. Sorry about that. And out of how many people in Pampered Chef? Yeah. So anyway, in last year, what I asked her to do to talk about today is the virtual world. She started doing block parties, and she does a little bit of both. She does individual virtual parties, cooking parties, and block parties. But I wanted her to talk a little bit about how she started block parties and what resources she used, and then give you guys a chance to ask any questions that you have. But I really want you to remember, and maybe somebody can keep track if you have questions in the chat, we can read those afterwards or something, Jennifer, to Cora. But I'm going to tell you, Cora has, like I said, I'm super excited that she's here, and I'm going to let her take it away. So thanks, okay. Cora.
All right. Well, wow, what a nice group of, I can't even say ladies, it's gentlemen too. So, wow, I'm impressed, Brenda. And yes, Brenda and I have become friends that talk every day on a text, and that is one of my favorite parts of this whole business and the opportunity. And to hear some of you guys saying you were just in it 11 days, they just started, I applaud you, and get ready for the best ride of your life, because Pampered Chef will take you all over the place. I always quote Dr. Seuss to my team, "Oh, the places you will go." It's in friendships, it's in trips, it's in the income that you want, income that you never even knew possible. And so when I started 15 years ago, I never ever imagined the kind of income that you could make with the Pampered Chef business, nor did we know virtual. So when virtual came out about, 5 years ago maybe, I had a month that was just disastrous, and this is not play money. I wish it were, but this is what pays our bills. And so I had to do something, and I'm usually not somebody that jumps into something, but I had to. I just jumped right in. And that's another thing with Pampered Chef. There were people there, Brandis, who said, yeah, she'd let me come in, she'd let me watch. And it was transformational. So I went to a retreat last January, and Cami Cruz, you'll hear her name a million times. She was #1 trip achiever in points, and get ready for this, 668,000 points. I mean, it's just mind blowing. So you guys are at some of the best times of Pampered Chef has had in probably forever. And virtual is what's taken us to a whole nother level. So when I went and heard at this retreat, Cami talked about doing multiple virtual parties. She was doing 10 at a week. And I thought, whoa. And cooking shows were kind of dwindling, but I'm telling you now, don't give them up, because the cooking shows I'm going to right now, and I still will always do cooking, but they are getting higher in sales and now higher in attendance. So just stick that in the back of your head. You might be reverse of where I was, where I had to jump onto virtual because I had to. You might have to jump onto cooking, and it's fun too. But anyways, so the beginning of the year, I thought, I'm going to up my game. I want to up my game. I want to make more money, and I want to help more people. They stock their kitchens because of you. So last year I increased my sales by 21%, which is huge. I mean, that's a pretty good percentage. And then about last September, I heard about block parties. Well, I was in jail 3 weeks in June, which is kind of a little frustrating. So we were all looking for other ways.
Wait a minute. For the people that are brand new, she didn't mean jail. Just gonna tell you, I just really want to make sure you guys knew that she didn't. Hopefully, you guys knew that she meant Facebook jail. I just wanted to make sure. I don't hang around with prisoners or anything. So
yeah, this place is not a prisoner. So, anyways, Julie Ritter and I'll share with Brenda the whole script of Julie Ritter, and she has it all written out. And she goes step by step. So I decided I'm going to jump in. So first of all, I did a private message, and the keywords, the new words are pilot. I'm starting a pilot program. Would you be willing to help me? And so I had hosts that did, and then you add them, and then you set up one party, and the sweet spot is about 4 to 5 hosts. If you try to get any more, it's too many. Like maybe 3 to 5. If it's 2, you might want to run 2 separate parties. But if it's your pilot and you're just starting, 2 hosts is fine. It'll give you a chance to experience it. And then I also ask them if they would like, as soon as they book and say yes, then of course I want their name, email, phone number. You guys all know that. And then the new thing I'm asking is if they would like me to send them a couple catalogs, and or will all their people be online? And I'm having more and more people not wanting the catalogs. So there's no sense us sending them if they're not going to use them. And then, okay, so let me share. Because I set, okay, there's Steven's stuff. Everything is up. Okay. All right, so here is the first thing that you would do is, first of all, you do a 5-minute call with each of your hosts. And if they don't have time, or, it's best if you host coach them on the phone, even if it's just that 10 minutes to get that connection going. Guys, the more we can connect with everybody on Facebook, the more you're going to book and the more successful you're going to have in a business. So, and you know what I'm doing a lot of times is I'm practicing. You've got 1 million people that are in these parties now. Try something. If it doesn't work, say, "Oop, that didn't work." Try something else. It's your chance to do that. Don't let those people go by that you are not connecting with all of them. So if you don't want to do the 5-minute call, or there's not a chance to, then you could do a recording that you could do on the message or on a text. If you make up a recording that you can text, make it real general so you can just use it over and over. You'll want to host coach them a little bit about what to expect, that you're going to have several hosts in one group, and that it'll be a lot more fun and more engaging. And Facebook is really looking for activity and a lot of engagement. And then they're not going to put us, in Facebook jail, or they're not going to target us. So they want to see that it's a social activity. So, you want to do some type of host coaching where you're talking about that, collecting orders from those who are not on Facebook, talking about the host rewards. And the other thing I'm really trying to really be focused on is asking my host to be present when she's in her party. not just, you do not have to be there 24/7, and you need to let her know that, because that's what she's thinking, or he's thinking. I've got a guy in my group right now. But to be present. So whenever you're in there, be sure you're commenting, be sure you're engaging, and be sure you, the host, is tagging your people. Because in a block party, you can get a ton of activity going. So you've really got to be careful. This is in the script. It says a welcome to our party. Shout out to our amazing 3 hosts this time. And I gave their name, their email, the link to their party, how to expect it. It also, Julie talks about a live cooking demo Wednesdays evening. I did not do that. I just said I would have different times of me doing videos. And so anytime I do a video, do it on your business page, because you can forever share it. And there again, don't comment on a host, don't comment on host specials. That way you can use those things over and over and over again. So I welcome everybody, and then I go through this. And then of course, I want to show you something that I'll show you her stuff here in a minute, but I decided one time on one of them is to do a poll. And this brought everybody out, because you've got to know who those people are and whose host they belong to. So that's a little bit of challenging, but they'll also tell you. So this one I added myself, time for a battle of the host. Pick which host invited you. Whoever has the most guests earns free shipping on her host order. And this Christy was like, she was on top of everything. So she had 30, like she blew everybody out. But look how many people were active on this block party, because you had more people. The other thing you want to do is make sure you're changing your banner. When the party starts in those 5 crucial days that aren't pre-posting, change the banner every day. It will then give them notification. So here's the beautiful thing. And let's see, let's move you guys over here. Okay, so it's the block party. It talks about the 5-minute call. It goes through all the different things that you want to do, setting it up. And you know what? Of all the hosts that I did, and I was thinking I must have done 10 block parties, none of them had a problem with all being together. None of them did. They all see the benefits of it, and they see the interaction. And you know what? That one host guest and somebody else's guest, they don't even know that they're not related to the same host. So there is not a problem with a block party. So, and then she gives you the words to say in there too. And then there's the little script there. And then happy Saturday. The whole weekend, setting them up on Friday, the whole weekend is spent inviting and really getting them. And she does a nice, Stephen has his host coaching. I'm sure you guys have all of that. Julie has some that almost sometimes is a softer. It's a little softer sometimes. I am excited about our Facebook party. It'll be all this week. We'll have fun games. And then of course, making sure they know the group link and their shopping link is different. And then going ahead there. Now, one of the things I do here whenever I want them to, the people who they have invited that they have not clicked join, I've used the share button. Does everybody know, Brenda, they know about the share button?
Cora, I think if you're on here, if you don't mind showing them, I just feel like I don't think that they probably all know about that. Okay. I could be wrong. I mean, but it doesn't ever hurt. So.
The share button transforms your business. I mean, seriously, I made a little 2-minute video with my phone glued to the thing. So all you do is hit share. You're in the group, and then you're going to hit share, and then you're going to hit timeline, and you're going to go to private message. And in that private message, you can write anything here. In Julie's script, she's given us the words to say in that private message. But I'm just going to put hi. And then that same message can be in there, and that host does not have to go out of her group into each person's page and find their message. So I'm going to do it to Brenda. There, Brenda Lee. So when I hit send to Brenda, okay, then I could go in and I could go to the next one and the next one and the next one. That's all they have to do. And when I take this off, let me show you what Brenda sees. There's what Brenda sees. There's Brenda. Now, all she has to do is click on that guest that she had, and she goes right into the party. It's super easy, and it's, oh my gosh, it saves everybody a ton of time, and your host will do it. Otherwise, she's probably going to kind of say, oh, I don't need to, I messaged a couple. Yeah, Cora, I messaged a couple. This makes it super, super easy. And then same as Sunday. Then Monday, you're going to start with giving them their responsibilities and their tasks and their engaging posts. And because all of your hosts are in one private message, you're going to have 3 to 5 hosts in there. So you can either just have one person post a day, but I had all 5 of them. And so you choose who's most engaging, the one that's most present at the party, and give her the one post that is most essential to the show that day. And then to the next host and the next host. And so there again, good morning. It's going to be another fun day of your party. So here's my best host. I am working on my Pampered Chef wish list, and I'm wondering what's on yours. Is there something big you've had your eye on, or do you have a big list of little things? Doesn't that sound great? I absolutely love it. And then give some kind of a wish list graphic. And you can find those on Google. There's a million engaging posts, and those are the ones that make your template unique to you. And then then there won't be a spam kind of a thing. And then the next one could be, do you know we have replacement parts? How cool is that? It could even be, hey, did you know Pampered Chef does fundraisers? Who do you know, what organization is near and dear to your heart that you would love to help? Do you know we do bridal showers, bridal registries? Those can all be done by your host, which they're advertising for you. And then of course, the guest special. And with this month, we're doing tons of different posts on the brownie pan to show value in why they want to spend the $100. Here's another one to another good host. Hey, I have a few questions for you. Do you prefer to cook or bake? Sweet or salty? Super easy. And then you just do a question mark. Let me see. Share button. So the hosts are advertising for you, which I think is excellent. And so Wednesday is when you're getting all the group together, and that's when they're starting to help you to book parties. So you can put this right into the group, and you can also privately message her. Hey, will you take up my challenge? I would love to help you to get several of your things on half price later on. The other thing you can do at the end of a party is rebook your host. Before they close, ask her, hey, just wanting to know, hey, I'm so excited. We had so much fun, and I know you got tons of new things. I was just wondering, before we close out your show, what about doing this again in the next 6 months? You can actually book from yourself and get an extra half price item. Would you like, we can do it in September. It'll be a brand new catalog. And a lot of times I'm booking the past host. And so then in September, you're looking at almost a full catalog because you prepared for it ahead of time. And then on Thursday, you're going to do a close, your hosts are close to their goals. So you kind of want in the beginning to ask them what their goal is, and you want to also help them set that goal. Their goal is not $200. Their goal needs to be like $700 or $800. And then you're actually going to post in the whole thing how far away each of your hosts are from that certain goal. And so that can be, it's almost like, hey, you've got one day to get your order in, and everybody hurries and places their order. This does the same kind of thing because they want their host to get that extra whatever. The other thing is that I've learned recently is when you do this thing that I had in the very beginning, I attached it to the top. Well, after you do that, you have to then change it to pinned, or they will not see it. So it has to be done twice for them to see it each time. So that's huge. So they see it and you're not giving the link, but they are. And then you want to thank your host and the partnership that you've had together with this party. I wanted to show you one other thing I did. Let me see. I have them all brought up here. Let me make sure I did not. Okay. So what I also did in the first, like by Sunday of my group host, is I said, you guys are all getting together this week. We're all doing parties on the same block party. Let's get to know each other. Tell us who you are, where you're from, something, why you decided that you wanted to host a Pampered Chef party and your favorite Pampered Chef item. And I'm telling you, they jumped on it. They were all over it. It was so much fun because there again, we're building that relationship. We're trying to connect with them in a world that I don't understand. So we just have to learn to connect in the way that it is. So some of you guys, this is your world and you love to connect with it. I can sit across the table and I can talk nonstop. Virtually, I'm working at it. So as my husband said, I don't ever shut up. But anyways, so you do want to do those kind of things with those hosts because they order from you, but they book because of you. So if they don't begin to start liking you or know who you are, they're not going to book from you or recommend their friends to book from you. But if they've gotten a good experience, they got the warm fuzzies, and maybe some random day, hey, post a picture of your kids or of your pets. Those kind of things, you each other get to know each other. And then that other one that I did with the poll, absolutely, I think this one really, really brought everybody out. Plus it helps them to understand because see, again, the guests are still trying to get their heads around it, even though it's in the pin post that this is a group. It's a block party. So Brenda, I think that's it.
Cora, do you want to stop sharing your screen?
Yes.
Because I do have one question and I want everybody else to open it up too. First of all, everybody that commented, if you guys remember, if you have things at work, make sure you share them in CopyOrg. Really, honestly, it's about sharing and helping each other. But just so you guys know, the recording, and Jennifer, I think we should put this in a unit because then I could put the documents that Cora said too. We'll put like virtual team time and then we'll have the date with the documents that Cora has. But Cora, I want to make sure, all you're saying really, and this is where I want to make sure, that just your host coaching's tweaked a little bit. Otherwise than that, the outline is the same. Like you're not doing anything different than between a virtual party outline. Really your host coaching, just the way you're host coaching them is a little bit different, and getting them involved is a little bit different, and getting them teamed up is a little different, right?
Correct. And when I set up Post My Party and it has the host name, I put all 4 names.
You do?
In that Post My Party.
Okay.
So that every time it shows up, it's showing every host that is participating.
Yeah. And like Cora said, one thing that I want to reiterate that, I still have yet to put in my scripts because I thought it was the Facebook doo-doo because I wasn't a jail person either except Facebook jail. But, putting the links, I quit putting the links in virtual parties, but also we heard from a friend that don't put a YouTube link and a picture in the same post. Now, I'm just telling you tips. It could be neither here nor there. There's no rhyme or reason, honestly. But I want to open it up to see if anybody has questions before Jennifer finishes the team time. But who's got questions for Cora? Isn't she amazing? And she's my friend.
Brenda's amazing. You guys have an amazing leader that I look up to completely. So you guys, 35 people on this call, give your hand, all of yourself a hand.
I have mine too.
Yeah, that's really amazing. This is really cool.
Yeah. So who's got questions for Cora?
I just see a lot of amazing comments that they are so thankful that you joined us, Cora.
Oh, I'll tell you, remember I told you all the places you will go? When Brenda asked me, I am not a trainer at all. That is not my forte. But thank you. Thank you.
Where's Crystal? Or not Crystal, Christina. Where did she go? Christina, unmute yourself. Christina, what did my friend Cora just do?
She taught me what I'm going to be doing next week for the first time.
But what did she just do that was negative that we learned not to do?
Oh.
Positive affirmations, right? Our positive self-talk. Cora doesn't give herself credit.
Trainer.
Yeah, she is an awesome trainer, and I tell her that every day because really, isn't she awesome, you guys? I mean, she can't say that she's not a good trainer. I mean,
No.
That's not true.
No.
So Give herself credit. Yeah. Cora, we just did like a little affirmations training. And that's all. I was hoping somebody would catch it other than me, but.
Brenda is good at that. She is.
Yes, she is.
Yes, she is.
There's enough negativity in the world. I don't need to say that to my own brain ever. I mean, there's enough negativity out in this world, but Cora's going to give me that script. She said she'd message it to me. If you guys think of any other questions, of course, actually, you know what? I think you can take her. Are you still in our copy org, Cora? Are you still in our group? My group? I think you are, but.
No, you mean your,
I thought you were my organizational thing. My page.
no.
Okay, well, Cora will be on there, and then you can just tag her. No, I just kidding. You can message me too. But I'll put her in there too. But yeah, thank you, Cora, for spending your time and talking with us. If nobody else has questions or comments?
And you know what? The script is going to give you everything you need. If you have any questions other than that, you can let me know. But
or you can message me. We can pull them all together, and then.
Sarah has a question. Sarah has a question.
I don't know
Can
where
someone
she is.
unmute her?
She can unmute
In the
herself.
middle of this.
Which
Can you
Sarah?
hear me?
There she
there.
is. There she is.
Okay.
So the women in my family don't cook, but the men in my family do. And so where is I know we have a male in here too, like how do we hook them into Pampered Chef? Because I could really sell a lot to men, but I really don't know how to like design a party for men.
you're going to do the same thing. I mean, you're going to do a lot of the power tools. Men love our power tools.
Oh, me too. Blender.
Yes, we do.
They will absolutely. Greg knows they will buy the whole knife block set. You and I will say, "Oh, I love that knife, but you know what? Give me the $20 knife," and hate myself forever for it. And men know the value of things, so they'll buy it. So absolutely, Dean is one of my hosts this week, and he's already added 70 people to his show. So in the virtual world, it's easier to book men's shows. And it's just pretty much the same. In fact, I said to Dean, I'm running a Valentine party right now. Do you want me to run something else for you? He said, no, that'll be fine. Because probably most of the people attending are going to be women anyways, but that's only Valentine's Day. But I run it pretty much the same, but I make sure there's enough power tools because men love those. They love the cookware. They love the stainless steel mixing bowls.
There was Erica just made a good comment. She said there's an album in the VP Pampered Chef Images group with graphics geared towards men.
I just saw a post of
But I have to say I agree with Cora, because one thing when we started Cora, it was really mainly women, but now it is men and women. And so I don't do anything different with my parties either, but sometimes I almost talk myself out of it, like calling them, to thank them for their order. And like, I feel a little uncomfortable still doing that, but then I do it. And honestly, you're not doing anything different. You just have to make sure that you're treating them the same way that you would. I think it's about the relationship.
Plus, they're going to probably invite a lot of women anyways to their shows too. But yes, reach out to the men. This is huge. Virtual is so much easier than in home.
And I think they like the word power tools.
One of our girls made up a post on a power tool that she took the power tools and the kitchen power tools. I'll find that and give it to Brenda too. Yeah.
I think we have that too. Oh my gosh, but really honestly, sometimes I think just what Cora said, we overthink, just like cooking shows. You guys, I did the same recipe for a whole year, same recipe every time. And the reality is sometimes we overthink things, but I want you to hear what she says. That's so important. It's not about the script. It's about the relationships that you're building with those people. And even the men in your group, comment, messaging them personally and saying, oh my gosh, I'm super excited to see you in here. What kind of cooking do you like to do? Really, it's just about getting to know the people that you're serving and seeing how you can help them. It's not about doing anything much different with the outlines, I don't think. I'm going to tell you that. I don't think it's about that. I think it's more about communicating with them other than talking like we are talking right now. Well, thank you, my dear friend Cora, and you have an amazing night and awesome job. I really appreciate you coming on here and taking your time and talking to us today and helping us, because I feel like everybody got a great takeaway. So thank you, Cora.
I want to see all 35 of you in Chicago. Woohoo! Woo! That will transform your business.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Honey.
Thanks, Brenda.
Well, wasn't that awesome? Woohoo! Thanks, Brenda, for getting us going with her.
Yes.
was fun meeting her at conference last year too. So
She's just a fun person. She's very infectious. Like, she's a great
Yeah.
person to know.
yeah,
Actually.
she is. Her laugh, I recognized it.
I know, that's exactly it. It's like, but you know what? Every time I hear it, and you get these people that are kind of in conference and they're looking at her like, oh my gosh, I'm thinking, you don't know what you're missing. Honestly, like, I am so fortunate to be able to call her my friend. So
Yeah. Sarah, would you quick tell us the winner of our online drawing? Or I mean, on time drawing.
On time winner was Katie Bloom.
Woo! All right, Katie. So we will be getting you some Happy Mail. Okay, I'm going to share my screen here. Okay. So we are having our February copy organizational team meeting. And I just want to share some everybody's individual team recognition from January. Congratulations to every team and everybody that was in the top selling for each team. Here's Brenda's Believers. We've got all of those people. Raise your hand if you're on that list. Woo! Then we've got Donna's team, the Dynamic Go-Getters. Donna, Julie, Regina, right? Missy. Then we've got Sarah's team. Woo! Look at that, 8,000.
Oh, us.
Oh, nice job. And my team, way to go, Grief team. And Brittany's team. Woo! All these new teams are so exciting.
And Kelly were on that.
Tracy's team, new director team, it's just the
Sales.
last few months.
And she was the top director for sales too. Tracy was. So congratulations, Tracy. Woohoo! $9,000. That's pretty amazing.
Beat us all. She beat us all.
Yeah, you beat us all. She did.
Nice job, Tracy.
And then we've got Crystal's team, another new team. Look at this, $18,000. And she's only been in Pampered Chef for 3 months, not even. Then we've got Margaret's team, way to go. And here is our top 10 for the whole organization. Look at that. Look at that margin there with Tracy. Holy cow.
Woohoo!
I'm challenging you all to beat me.
So tell us, Tracy, how many parties you want to have every month?
I'm gonna do 2 block parties, 2 weeks a month. I'm hoping for 16 to 20. That's my goal. And I only want to work
Ladies
2
and
weeks out of a
gentlemen,
month.
16 to 20 parties a
No.
month. Holy smokeroonies. Okay, then look at these recruiters. Look at these people. Look at all this number here. And I know that that is going to grow because we are all just getting in the groove of the 4 for 1. And for those of you that are new, that means that when you have 4 parties, there's a recruit out there. It's just, is there a recruiter looking for that recruit? So let's keep going here. All right, so there are a bunch of you that earned free for all, and we are running out of time, so I'm not going to focus on this too much, but I just want to say congratulations to everyone who earned anything for the free for all. We were going to take the time to have you tell us which level and everything, but we're not.
Tell them to give themselves a shout out. Give themselves a shout out if you earn free. Free.
Let's hear a whoop. Everybody hold up their finger real quick for what level you earned in November. Okay. Well, hold up your finger for what level you earned in December. So I just have to share a quick story because I'm not. So I earned the quick cook or the air fryer. Well, then as a director, we get director's boxes. And so I got the air fryer. So we were leaving town the weekend that I was getting the director's boxes, or no, my free for all. And we didn't dare tell my son. Sometimes I'll ask him to go put it in the house if we're not home, but we didn't dare tell him because we knew he'd take it. because he came over for the Super Bowl and we used it before. So anyway, yeah, so then he came and got it later, but I told him he could only borrow it. Okay, so one quick thing, and then Crystal, you'll be up next, but I just want to encourage everyone to go to Dash. Dash has been updated, and everything is going to be, you're going to be able to see it, what levels and what badges you still have left to earn, okay? So, or to do, but you're earning badges, but you're doing the training. So I highly encourage you all to go there and look at how they've redone it so that you can see, like it'll say, I went in there and looked, and it'll have in the center, it'll say like the different trainings, like product training, social media training, booking training, and it'll show you how many different trainings you have left. Okay, and remember, it's not overwhelming. The trainings are only 2 to 3 minutes. They're really fast, but they're good. So I really, really, really encourage you to go in and get back into Dash. I know for those of us that have been in Pampered Chef, when it came out in September, we all went gung-ho. We just really worked hard at it and got our trainings in. But don't forget, it's still there, and they're still adding new trainings. So don't just think you did them all, because you haven't. Okay, Crystal is now going to share with us about the Plan a Party page, which Pampered Chef worked hard to update to make it easier for us to plan our parties, thus Plan a Party page. So I'm going to quit sharing my screen. And then, Crystal, go ahead. Oh, now how come I can't quit sharing my screen?
One thing I'll add too about your about going to Dash is that even if you've done the trainings, you can go back to them. And it's a good like refresher, because even I'll get questions in a party about a certain product or whatever, and if I don't know and I don't, whatever, I can go into there and check out that product too, and then a lot of times you can get the answer right there.
And I think anytime we do a training and we go back, we see fresh things. Yeah,
well, and like when I first started, I did it all at once pretty much. I got it a lot done, so yeah, I watched it all and I learned it all, but obviously there was a lot going on when you first start the business, so
right.
I don't think it hurts to like refresh.
All right, Crystal, go for it. Tell us about the party planning.
Okay, I am gonna attempt to share my screen here, and why can't I get it? Okay. So I have been playing around with this, and I'm working on a template, basing it off of the party planning, and it's under marketing imagery. Sorry, I guess I have to do all this. I had this all signed in, but now it's been sitting here for a little bit. But so it's really useful. There's a lot of different ideas out there, and it makes finding your images really easy if you want to use those images, which though they are really nice and it's convenient, I still want to emphasize going and making them your own, because even like look at our amount of people in our group. If just our group all use the same image, we'd all end up in the slammer. So it's just a good idea no matter what, even though they're here for you. So again, I went into marketing imagery, and then it's Plan a Party. So the part that I have found the most useful is over here. You can click on which kind of, it's all useful, but you can click on which party you're trying to plan. So if I go into virtual, I printed this off. You can edit it on your computer too. So it's a Pampered Chef. It's basically a worksheet. So now before I start making my template, just to kind of figure it out, I've been using this and just like crossing things off and jotting down right on this piece of paper. I like to have some tangible things. So for me, I like to be able to write it down, cross it off, make sure I'm not doubling up. That just works best for me. So I did go ahead and print that off, and I would encourage you to, again, even if you don't really write on it, but you know, it's just a good idea to kind of outline what you're going to do. And though I despised my English class, sorry teachers, I will never forget every time that they told me when we were going to write something or do something to make an outline. And it's all coming back to me. I'm making my outlines before I do like actually doing my template, and it really helps to get my ideas down on paper before I just go in and create a template. So that being said, so you just kind of, you know, it's pretty self-explanatory, but party setup, you can just click in here, and you guys, they just have tons of different, sorry, my internet is janky, but tons of different ideas. So you can take these images and download them. Like you could download this, if you're going to feature cast iron on your first day, you can just download this to your computer, and I would just go in and probably write like Brenda's Pampered Chef Party, or this Monday, today's feature cast iron. You can write whatever you want in Canva, or there are other apps, of course, but there's just many options that you can do that with. So again, you can keep, and then it's got like the tortilla warmer for April and the knives for March. It's got all of your monthly advertising that you want to do too right there for you. Sometimes when I first started, I was overwhelmed, like, where am I going to find all these images? How do they know when to use them? Well, they really kind of outdid themselves here and just put it all right here for you. These images have always been available to you, but this is just one good spot to come and get them all. Games and entertainment. You've all probably realized you can Google different games. Pinterest is crazy good for them. But if you don't have the time for it and you just need to find one quick, come out here. You don't even have to search games and entertainment. You just come into the Plan Your Party, and there's a bunch again. Or like your Ask Me Anything posts. Basically anything interactive. It's all right here, and it's just, again, a quick way, easy way, to get to it all. So I want to point out, and again, just like, so during the party wrap up, again, if you're using these thank you images, obviously you can go in here at any time if somebody places their order on the first day, but you can just quickly grab thank you for your image and then throw it in your Facebook party. Down here, like in my first week in March, I'm going to feature obviously our new spring products, because I can't wait to open my mouth about them, and I know that I have hosts and guests that are excited about them. So this seasonal and new is going to come in really handy. I'm just going to go into this new spring products, and here again, they're going to have them all featured in different images, and you can add your own to them. Of course, you can use your own pictures. I've been using my air fryer a lot, and I'm excited to share those images of actual things that I've made. But it is nice if you haven't had the chance to do that, or you haven't earned the air fryer yet. It's a great option to do. So just lots of stuff. Every new product that we got, there's images for all of them. And then the new spring recipes are obviously listed here too. So in my template that I'm working on right now, which I was almost done with, and then my computer beautifully erased the entire thing. I like to feature a couple new spring products, and then I'm going to show like a recipe you can make with them. Or I'm going to feature the air fryer, but I'm also going to feature the mini, everybody does like the Baby Shark do those oven mitts, but so that's why I'm doing this. I'm going to feature those together, because every time I use my air fryer, those are the oven mitts I put on, because they're smaller and easier to get in there. So I'll feature those together with maybe an air fryer recipe. So that's how I plan to. I'm going to be like Brenda and have 35 tabs open on top of my screen here.
You know you love me, Crystal.
I didn't say I didn't, but that's what I'm reminding myself. Oh, that keeps popping up. And then Enrichables, obviously here too, you know, we've been talking about them since the beginning of the year, well, since they came out, but you know, this is a good way, regardless of what your party is based, the theme of your party is, you can work Enrichables into just about, you know, just about any recipe, pancakes, brownies, cupcakes, anything, smoothies. People are still thinking New Year, better you. You know, some people maybe fell off the wagon for the Super Bowl party or Valentine's Day. So it's another good time to throw those Enrichables back in at them. March time, people are going to actually start thinking spring and summer. So even though you feature New Year, New You, March, they're going to start thinking about like, oh, I got to get in a swimsuit pretty soon, or, oh, we have a trip coming up, or whatever. So it's never too to promote healthy eating. Game day, to be honest, I haven't opened this one yet, but there's different ideas in it. So yeah, like appetizers really. So, you know, you think you're gonna have your March Madness. What else is coming up game wise? I don't know. There's still college football, probably still hockey. I don't know. I can't stand hockey, but that's neither here nor there. And so there's plenty, and you don't have to use it just for game days. Sarah, you asked about a guy's party. Featuring some appetizers in there might not be a bad deal, because, you know, guys, you know, like to get together and drink beer and eat cheese curds or something. But there's lots of different things you could do with that. Down a little further, just different party themes. Right now, wine, cheese, and chocolate for Valentine's Day was kind of a big one. Sarah, here's your Power Tools menu. So you actually can just open that up, and this is a really good spot if you are going to try to go to and do a men's template. Oh, maybe what is this? I thought they had all the power tools in here. Oh, no, but it's an outline. Oh, that's pretty neat. I haven't looked at that yet. So that's a really good idea. So if you want to feature the power tools or do like a power tools party or a men's party, there's a good one right there. So that's under party themes and party tools. Here's more appetizers and snacks, and then you're going to get down into each one of your power tools down at the bottom. This is where I saw it, that it'll bring you right into specific images on each power tool. So it's really nice. I like it because there's a lot of times I'm thinking like, oh, do I want to use the same old or whatever. This is just a good idea to keep your same template, but you can tweak things really easily coming into here and just getting a couple different ideas. So
Great.
that's what I got.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Crystal. Awesome. Yes, it's exciting that they're giving us all of these. I just can't even tell you how awesome I think Pampered Chef is for just giving us all these easy to use tools.
I concur.
Okay. So it is 9 o'clock. So we officially are done. But I do want to stay on and answer any questions anyone may have about anything. It doesn't have to be about what we've talked about tonight. It can be something that you've run across that you have a question about. Sarah and I are going to stay on and answer those questions. So if you don't have anything, I hope that you found this meeting to be very helpful. We are always looking for ideas of what you think would be helpful to you and your business for these meetings, because we want you to look forward to them and look forward to knowing that you're going to get something out of them and learn something that's useful. So we're always looking for ideas. So please get them to your leader, who can get it to me, or just message me directly, because I will be planning these meetings along with Sarah. So feel free to message us those. So
Jennifer, can I just say one thing before everybody hangs up?
Yeah.
First of all, amazing. I'm so glad you guys came on tonight. Secondly, do not forget, if you guys, we're having a lot of growth, and the reality is if you haven't have consultants join your team, it's probably because you're not asking. And so just remember that this Wednesday night at 8 o'clock, we have our opportunity event, and we have that every week to help you guys be able to just ask people if they want to invite. And so I will make sure that I post well, it's actually in our announcements, but I'll make sure to post the Evernote document where really I have who you can ask just to copy and paste, because the reality is once you get in the routine and just ask, people are going to say yes. It's just, you're probably not asking. And so please just, Erica's smiling, and if she can unmute herself, she probably needs to tell you guys a story that she just did tonight.
So Brenda gave me the script to go ahead and message these people, my future hosts and former hosts, and I messaged 5, and 4 of them were like, sure.
They wanted to come to the event.
Absolutely. And I was like, okay. So
true. You need to, everybody needs to get in the habit of asking their hosts every time. Every time.
And it's just like everything, you guys, we already have a system made up. All you have to do really is copy and paste and just do it. And the probability of you doing it, the reason why it's probably not happening is because it's not in your calendar to actually do it. Or you don't have a system set up yet where you're talking to your hosts and stuff. So great job. I just wasn't trying to throw Erica under the bus, but I thought that was so funny. She's like, oh, I got a yes. Oh, I got another yes.
Way to go, Erica. That is so exciting. Way to go.
Yep. So please just make sure you guys are inviting to those opportunity events, because actually Crystal's been running those each week. We've all been on there and tried to help her. But like she said, we've had people sign every week. And so it's important, again, and then if they don't sign, you still give them the information. And how great was that you gave them the information, let them make an informed decision. So.
And I think one thing I think we all need to remember is if somebody wouldn't have asked us, we wouldn't be here. And I know that for me, it has been an amazing blessing that beyond comprehension. And so it's our job to share. And if they aren't interested, that's fine. But if they don't get asked, you never know.
And we don't kick them out of the group either. So even if they don't sign Wednesday night, don't forget about them. And then when I start the post or start question and answers, certainly feel free to come back in and tag them again, because though they're probably getting the notifications, it's if they know that you know that they're still there and you are still interested in them, it might bring them back to listen to me blab for a while again, but then maybe they don't join, but they don't leave the group because they're still not against it.
Right.
So.
Right. Thank you, Brenda. All right. So if you have questions, feel free to stay on, and Sarah and I or anybody else that wants to stay on can answer also. But I said an hour, so ta-ta if you need to go. Thanks for being on.
Thank you, and thanks again for the reminder.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, anybody, toss out a question. Let's play Stump Jennifer and Sarah.
I have a question. So today I was looking for the interactive link for the catalog. And so I went and found it. And I have it now. Margaret sent it to me. But the one they have out there is the spring and summer one already.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
I didn't realize that.
And there's a lot of different things that are spring and summer already out there that's already been switched over.
Yeah, and don't be sharing it because
no, I didn't. I caught it.
No, I don't mean you. I just in general. For example, my son loves the air fryer, as I said, and he did a Snapchat, and my husband was like, "Oh no, Andrew shared the air fryer." I'm like, "Well, it's just to a couple of his friends. I think we'll be okay." But I know there are a lot of people that have been sharing it already, and it's causing issues. So please don't. But yeah, I'm surprised by that. So thank you for letting us know.
Before. I've noticed as soon as they have the new product training out, they put the new interactive catalog link out there. So if you don't have it saved like from an old party, which you probably do, it'd be easy to accidentally grab that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, or where do you find it? Because I didn't use it before.
It's not out there once.
You can't find it at all?
No, I don't think it's out there once they put the new one. I've run into that a couple of times, and I've had to search for an old party to find it.
Okay.
Maybe, Margaret, would you want to put that on Copy Cluster so that people have access to it, and maybe put that as a message saying, don't use the one that's out there now.
Yep, I can do that, and I can put the fall one out there in case they need it.
Thank you.
I think we noticed that more with all the virtual parties we're doing. Like every week you might be starting a new one all the way to the end of February. So
Yeah. And I know that that gets confusing. So if you have a February party, they can't see the March stuff.
Right.
But if your party is dated March 1st, they can already see the stuff. So
The question I have with the catalog link is I was reading on PC Start because I was looking for it again, and I saw that it said something like if you don't use the catalog link from your PC website that you don't get part of your commission, or just something about you should be using your, like if you go to your Pampered Chef website and use that link via, it'll say like Pampered Chef catalog / for me it'd be like Sarah Bogardus.
Right.
That you should be using that link versus the generic link.
Right.
right, because
Not
you want to make sure they're ordering from your website. If they just go to PC in general and
yeah.
place an order, you won't get the credit.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. And Gloria says here, what happens if a party runs into March but starts now? Whatever the start date of the party is, like whatever you list the date the party is starting, that is, if you list February, they cannot get the new things. So if it's starting anytime right up to the last day of February, they cannot get the new stuff. Okay.
I have quite a few questions.
Okay, let's see if anyone else has any others.
Jennifer.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm home, so I'm kind of
Oh,
in the
good.
dark.
And you're safe and alive, and you listened in while you were driving. That's good.
Yes, I did. So in terms of like kind of adding on to Gloria's question, would it be better then if someone's officially starting a party on the 20, like next Monday, let's just put it that way, and running it through March to just date their party for March then?
That's up to you, I guess. Whatever, like what the host is looking for a host reward. I mean, if they want the stoneware, then you're going to want it to be February. I guess also if you have it February, you're going to get bookings because they're going to be excited about the new catalog. I guess that's another way to look at it. But if it's going to run quite a ways into March, then you might as well do March.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I guess I would leave it up to the host, maybe.
Customers ask about.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would leave it up to the host, and then you could mention just that whole, just both the scenarios of the different host rewards, which they prefer, plus the booking idea of, you know, getting bookings because there's a new catalog coming out.
But the host rewards are kind of a toss-up anyways.
I know, because
next month
it's
is
60% off.
anything.
I know. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. Because
But
I also have a cooking show on the 29th, and I'm trying to decide. I'm going to talk to the host and say, hey, well, do you want me to like feature the new products or?
Well, right, and then the guest rewards too.
29th.
Right, because you've got the guest rewards too, where you've got the brownie pan, whereas next month is it the knives?
The knives, yep.
Yeah, so I mean, the guest reward, there's quite a difference. So.
Yep.
Okay, anything else? Okay, Sarah, toss another one at us.
So my thought was, especially with like new hosts, so like when you're doing another party, just because, to be honest, I haven't known my new hosts very well because it either came from another party or whatever. Has anybody ever done like a survey? Like, hey, which would work better for you? Like, what, like, would I think it's like fajitas and margaritas, or like I know the one that's coming up, like she would be great, but like another one that I have coming up, she doesn't drink at all, so that maybe would not fit her. Maybe the quick, the one pot meals would fit her better. So like not just kind of like giving a general survey of like, hey, which one do you think fits you more?
I think if you have templates for multiple things, you can easily do that if you want. I guess what I've heard in the past is most consultants will use the same template for, a month or two, and then maybe change it up a little bit for different, if a host gets a booking and a lot of the same people are going to be there. The hard part for, I guess, offering a multitude of different ideas is the creating the template ahead of time.
Template, yeah, yep. Okay.
Anybody else have thought on that?
That's what I would say too.
Easy way to go ahead, Crystal.
That's the hard part, is creating all the different templates. When I have hosts that want actual, so I always give them the option of the different themes that are listed, like now in that party plan thing that I just showed you. Obviously you have different ideas, but like next week I'm doing a 40th birthday. So though I'm going to use my same basic template, I just personally will go in maybe once a day and do like a birthday themed post.
Okay.
Just aside from my post my party template. And I'll feel the party out too, or I just might go in and do like a fun, I know her really well, so I might make a fool of myself and go in live and sing happy birthday to her on her birthday. We'll see, but so I'm going to stick with my same template, but then add in things that'll be, go on what she wants.
Perfect.
And in Post My Party, you can copy a template that you have already, and then save it under a different name and just switch out the recipes to turn it into, that different theme.
The current one that I'm doing, like she's doing a party because she wants to get rock crock stuff, so I'm gonna make sure to add a ton of that stuff in. And yeah, I think that's really cool. And oh gosh, oh, the other thing is I haven't seen it in my training yet, so maybe I did and just forgot about it. But can anybody tell me a little bit more about catalog parties? Because I know quite a few people who are like, I am not Facebook savvy at all, but I'd love to get a catalog. So I think that would be very beneficial in a lot of my cases. And so we can say, oh, hey, if you don't want to do that, I'd love to do a catalog party, but I'm not exactly how that works.
Sarah, do you want to take that one?
I wish my host would tell me that they're not.
I actually have a couple of them coming up. I just, send them out. I would send them out more than what you would do for a virtual party.
Yeah.
Probably like 4 or 5 versus 2, and then more order forms. And I leave it open for a good 2 weeks so they have time to circulate their catalogs and touch base with family and friends. And then they can also text out their link or email out their link, for people that aren't on Facebook.
Right.
And let them know, hey, I'm having a book party. Let me know if you want to place an order. So yeah, I would hold it open for like 2 weeks. And actually somebody from my cooking show just today, that's what she wants to do. She wants to just have a catalog order or catalog party, and we're just gonna start March 1st and go to the 14th.
Okay.
So.
Sure. I
Any
just
other
sent a
questions
few of them
about
out, too.
catalog parties or?
Cool.
No.
I love that.
Anyone else?
I
typed a question about Evernote. So I was only shared in Evernote to have the virtual party. I only have that link. So I don't know how to see any other things in there. I don't have anything else but just how to set up a virtual party.
I think somewhere in Copy Cluster, Margaret, do you know, I don't know if Margaret's still on here.
I don't think so.
Okay. Does anybody else know? Brenda has Evernote for everything.
Yeah.
Crystal, I know the other day you mentioned that you had 500 Evernotes from Brenda.
Holy.
Do you have, like, where did you get them all? Did she send them to
She
you? Or?
sends them to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know if she has them posted somewhere in Copy Cluster?
I'm in Copy Cluster right
I was
now.
thinking it was in announcements because there's something where she's got, for new consultants, she's got an Evernote that lists everything, and then she's got another Evernote. I mean, she's so organized with her Evernote, but I don't have Evernote.
Yeah.
You don't use it?
I'm more
Look,
of
it's not
a
in the
Word document
announcements.
person that I can just hop on there, and I have folders on my desktop with every category of things. So I guess I have Evernote, and I've saved some of Brenda's things, but I don't create Evernote for myself.
But for me to go and want to read some of this stuff or whatever.
Right. I know she has it somewhere, and I think
I think it is Copy, like in the units or in the files or something.
Yeah, I just checked a note. It's not in units and it's not in, I can't find it, but I'm fairly certain it's here.
Okay, you know what, Linda?
You can ask Brenda.
I will make sure we get that to you. Okay, so far, I'm going to post the opportunity event scripts. We had people asking about that. I'm going to find the Evernote. Let's see.
Is there, oh, sorry. I was just gonna ask one more question.
Go ahead.
Is there just like a basic template? Like maybe like I know like you had given me the one when I started, but like, is there one that should be like, on this day you should post at least this? Or is it just kind of a free for all? Because I guess when
There's
I was
that,
doing my
what Crystal was showing earlier, there's that
It's right here.
yeah, if you go
Okay.
into that party planning.
Sure. Okay.
Yep.
You can print, yeah, you can do it for virtual or your in-home parties and then print that off. I am working on a template for March right now. My goal is to make one for each month. Life could happen and it might not happen. I am doing one right now that basically is going, I'm going to have images in there because I'm doing the work, so I'm going to use this template, but the image, you're going to need to make the images your own. I'm going to put it out there for everybody to use, but I'm just going to say on a lot of the images that I'm creating, I'm putting my website on them, and not to be selfish, but because
you did the work.
Yeah, it's everybody's going to end up in Facebook jail, not just me. So that's just going to be the only way that I can honestly prevent everybody from just using the exact template.
That's awesome, Crystal. That's really smart.
Yeah, I kind of, at first I felt kind of guilty, but then I can't because I'm putting in the work. And so for me to end up in Facebook jail over it, I think everybody will understand.
So when you say you're going to put are you just going to put it like at the bottom, just like, it's just going to be like your business page for Pampered Chef?
Yeah, like you'll see, I'm putting it in various spots on each picture wherever I can kind of just sneak it in.
Sure.
But it's going to, yeah, so just my website.
Okay, cool. Well, I was just thinking, because I know I make images all the time and stuff, and then I'm like, well, I don't know how to personalize this, so that'd be perfect. That's a great idea.
Yep, so just slap that on there. I know some people, or I've seen people just put their name on there, or like their Facebook, like whatever their Facebook page name. But I'm gonna do my link because I do a lot of image posting on Twitter, Pinterest and Instagram too. So I use them for that too. So that's just why I do that.
Sure.
Okay, so how's everybody feeling?
Good. I did message, maybe you saw it already. Brenda's going to look tomorrow about those Evernotes, Linda. So if she doesn't tag it on the page or just lets us know, we'll make sure either Margaret or I'll try to tag you and let you know.
Okay.
Sorry, I know I ask a lot of questions too, so.
No, you're good. You're good. And we can always Zoom Sarah. I'm totally open to that.
I think that would be.
But I think, you know, your questions are good because there's new people on too. So
yeah,
they're good for everybody.
If you don't know, if you don't ask, you don't know.
Exactly. Okay, well, we're good?
Yes.
Thanks for doing this, Jennifer.
Yes. Well, you guys all have a great night, and we will post this Zoom somewhere on copy. I think I'm going to personally start in unit. I think we should have a unit with these recordings in them so people can find them easy. So that'll be the plan.
Yeah, because she said she wants to put those documents with it too then, right?
Yeah.
From
Yep. Perfect.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good night, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah.